Both teams getting their final warm-ups in as we welcome you back to the MLB pregame show. First pitch of Game 2 in our series is right around the corner. But before we turn that corner, here is our Topps player spotlight. Jordan Knodler is our man to watch. And what a dominant performance he put together in his last start. He had opposing batters off balance throughout and racked up a boatload of strikeouts.
Yeah, he just looked like he was really in control out there. And, you know, sometimes you can tell a guy is going to dominate from the moment he sets foot on the rubber. They just exude confidence, and their body language kind of says, "You ain't touching me today." That's what I saw in him. And even though I was a hitter in my career, it was really fun to watch him make those other guys look silly. We'll see if he's still in top shape in this matchup here today.
All right, lineups and first pitch are coming up next. Stay tuned for that right here on the show. MLB The Show's coverage of Saturday Night Baseball is on the air from Progressive Field in downtown Cleveland. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game weekend series between the Minnesota Twins and the Cleveland Indians. Should see some great battles out of these two next on the show. With that, a look at Paul Molitor's lineup for the visiting Twins. Steve, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
They got to be more patient out there. Work the count a little bit. Try and get to this guy early before he settles in.
Jordan Knodler will get the ball to pitch against these guys, and he'll be given the task of really focusing on keeping these guys off the base paths. That means to be successful, he's got to focus on keeping the ball in the strike zone and avoiding the unnecessary walks. Danny Santana heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Center fielder, Danny Santana.
Underway right at 7:05 as the first pitch of the night is swung on and missed for strike one. Eric, we take a look at the Tribe as they begin here tonight. They come in a bit of a rough patch. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Yeah, and the pitching really let them down last time. Too often their guys were falling behind and having to throw fastballs on 2-0 or 3-1.
Hey, nobody out now, nobody out.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. And wow, tough to lay off the fastball there, but it's 1-2. 53 degrees here at game time as it's cooled off considerably since batting practice this afternoon. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball, and the leadoff man is gone to start the evening. And now here's a look at the Minnesota Twins starting lineup. Who are you focused on, EK?
Well, Brian Dozier is a guy that's working through some things these days. He has been dreadful against left-handed pitching, hitting under 200 on the season. It's an Achilles heel for him right now. If he doesn't start producing against southpaws, he might find himself platooned by his manager.
1 out, 1 out.
Get ahead.
Bonner stands in as he can't connect here. 0-1. Time for a look at the umpires working this one. Behind the plate is Darryl Parker.
Well, overall, Parker is a solid umpire, but I have seen sometimes when there was some inconsistency calling the corners. As a pitcher, it seems he doesn't always give you the same spot when it's on the black.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. And how about that? Jordan Knodler has got himself his first big league round tripper. We'll have to wait and see how many more of these he can mount in his career, but for now I'm sure he's happy to say he's got his first.
Well, I think that any kid who's ever dreamed about playing this game dreams exactly this: watching the ball disappear over the fence, then circling the bases in a big league ballpark. I'm sure he was practically floating as he jogged the bases. He'll be replaying that at-bat over and over. You know his phone's going to blow up. He's going to be calling his mom, his buddies. Everybody's going to be talking about this one.
Brian Dozier will take his first cuts now. Currently second in the American League in home runs.
And he's also in the top 10 in batting average
we
and
got one.
RBIs. So not just hitting those home runs, he's having a great year overall at the plate.
Here we go, guys. Let's do it.
First offering on its way. And a first pitch sinker is over for strike one. And there you see the home run leaders we touched on a moment ago. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two.
Oh, now there's a location you want right there. If that ball gets hit, you're just going to bang it into the ground all night long.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out. And with that, let's give you a look at how the Tribe stacks up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, when you talk about a team that can go out and catch the ball, really help the pitcher, and really does not give away outs, this is a team to watch. They've got the fewest errors in all the American League.
Settling in now, Steve Pearce. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Into the windup and the pitch. Already pitching from a deficit here as he fires this one by him for strike one.
Oh, a very hittable pitch, too. That's a middle-of-the-plate fastball, and he's not going to get away with too many of those tonight.
2 out, nobody
Hey, now
on.
we got 2.
Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Well, you know, when you're behind an account like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
Hey, plays it first. Plays it first.
Just inside. Not by much. It's 2-2.
You know, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. So just the one hit in the inning, but it's a home run that pushes him out in front. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. The Twins are in front, 1-0. Trevor Plouffe will lead things
no one
off
down
here
here.
as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1.
I think he had to take that one because I'm not even sure he saw it.
Ground ball right side. Kipnis has it. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 20, Eddie.
Ready now, Eddie Rosario. as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First delivery to him on the way. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
Hey, one away, one away.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
And if you get him to look at strike one, why not go back to that same pitch in the same part of the strike zone, and they catch him looking again.
Hit to first. Robinson is there, and he'll
He's
take
out.
this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Batting 7th, right fielder, Broadway.
Ronnie Broadway
Hey, get
will
ahead
stand
right
in.
here.
He, too, had 3 hits in the win last night. First pitch coming. Here it is. In there, strike 1.
We got 2 down.
Tap fouled at home plate. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Down go the Twins in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second, tied at 1. Kurt Suzuki is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
Kurt Suzuki.
Hey, we got no one here.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
And you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball,
come on now, here we
why
go.
not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
And he'll look at a fastball just off the black, and it's even at 1. That's on the corner to put him behind now, 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning.
Right over the top here with the 4-seam fastball. Good drive through the release. Just threw it right by him at the letters.
Jorge Polanco will make his way in now as you get a look at his splits there on your screen.
We got one here. We got one.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Boy, I don't know that I'd want to be facing this guy right now. He looks pretty fired up out there.
Yeah, he looks like he could run that fastball through a brick wall.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Here's a swing
Ball's
and
up,
a
ball's
high
up.
pop
Got
up.
room, got room, got
Drifting
room.
toward the third base
I got it, I
dugout.
got it.
And he'll put it away now without much of a problem. 2 gone now here in the third.
Now batting, the center fielder, Danny Santana.
Danny Santana will get his
2
second
outs,
shot
fellas.
at it now. He was called out on strikes to open up the ball game.
And remember, they got him on a fastball, so I got to figure they're going to attack him the exact same way.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
100 miles an hour is hard. A high 100, impossible
Here
to
we
get on
go,
top
guys.
of.
Let's go.
Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1.
Well, that's a huge difference between being 0-2 and 1-1 as a hitter, especially against a guy like this on the mound. So that's a good job to hold up on that pitch.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Pretty painless half of the inning all told. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. All tied at 1-1. Keith Bonner is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Here's the first pitch to him. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. And a sinker's in there for a called strike, and he forges ahead 0-2.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in there knee-high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Here it comes on 0-2. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Brantley is under it.
I got it. I got it.
1 out. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see there, that number has him tied for 2nd in the AL in that category. Into the box now, Brian Dozier. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and he went down in flames, too. Got him on just 3 pitches.
Nope, fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. 4th inning of a 2-1 ball game. Way out in front as this is yanked foul into the seats in left. And he pumps the fastball by him here, 1-2 now.
And we've seen guys swing at that 4-seam riding fastball up in the zone. But you're never going to get on top of that thing when it's up that high.
And tough fastball to lay off on 1-2, but he did, and it's 2-2 now.
And at least he's taken a few pitches here. You know, that's more than the rest of these guys can say.
Set to deal on 2-2. And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first 2 are retired here to begin inning number 4.
Not only has he rung up a lot of strikeouts, but he still hasn't walked a batter to this point, so his control has been really, really spot on so far.
Here's Steve Pearce now. As he'll take one on the inside corner at the knees, it's strike 1.
This guy's been amazing. He's thrown a first pitch strike to around 80% of the batters he faced, and we're in the middle innings now, so you know he's doing well.
Halfway to 100 pitches, here it is. Oh, and he's finding his groove out there now. It's 0-2.
He's just cutting his way right through the teeth of this order. They're not even putting up much of a fight.
Plays at 1 now.
Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again.
Hey, now, we got 2. We got 2.
Swinging a high
straight
pop-up
up, straight
back,
up.
It looks as though he'll have room back there. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. Twins are set down 1-2-3. They still trail it here 2-1. Trevor Plouffe heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Into the seats, 0-1. The 0-1 on its way.
Hey,
that's
you
in
and him.
there,
Get him
and
yourself.
he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. to first. Robinson scoops it up, and he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out. An early look at the line score here tonight as we play the top of the 5th. And boy, just one lone hit for the visitors this evening as they've been taken to task by this starter. Now to the plate, Eddie Rosario. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0.
One out, one out.
High and deep to straightaway right. Chisenhall racing back. Gone! A solo shot here to straightaway right field. 8th home run on the season for him as the Twins have rallied to tie it at 2.
And if he was guessing up there, he was guessing right, because he's all over that thing like a shaggy dog, and he drives it over the wall.
One down, one down.
Stepping in now, Ronnie Broadway, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
Boy, he goes right back to that same pitch that he just gave up a home run on. Put it in another dangerous location, too. Lucky he got away with that one.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
Well, after he's just given up a home run to tie the ball game, you can't afford to have a letdown out there. He made sure he didn't. He came back with an important strikeout, and he got the next guy.
Hey, get ahead right here.
Standing in now, Kurt Suzuki. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike 1.
2 down now.
The windup and the 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And now 0-2 here. This is where you need to expand the zone. If it's close, you got to let it fly.
2 runs on 2 hits and no errors in the ball game for Minnesota. Froze him for strike 3, and that retires the side. So 1 run on 1 base hit, the home run, no errors, and no one left on base. Home half of the 5th coming up, and we are tied 2-2. Jorge Polanco makes his way to the box to lead us off in the 6th inning.
Shortstop, Jorge Polanco.
First pitch of the at-bat. Oh, missed that one by a mile. It's 0-1. Think he'll see another one of those before this at-bat's through?
After that swing, I think you can just about take that to the bank.
Called strike 0-2.
And it looks like the scouting report says, work this guy away, and it's been paying off.
And whoever put together that scouting report did a real nice job, because this whole team hasn't done much offensively at all.
And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
Well, not only is that 10 strikeouts now, but I'll tell you what, we've still got a few innings to go here. If he keeps throwing the way he is, he can make that number really interesting by the time this one's through.
Danny Santana stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one.
One
and
down,
here's a
one
fastball
down.
called for strike 1. For that man right there, you need look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here so far.
And well on his way to another great outing. And that's what you get when you mix your speeds and
Hey,
throw a
plays
lot
at
of
one
strikes.
now.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1.
A much better approach here at the plate so far. He's not working from behind in the count like he has his first few at-bats.
2 runs on 2 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for Minnesota. Chopped weakly to the left. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely.
And here's a situation where, heck, just make contact. Put the ball in play. You never know. Winds up beating this ball out.
Keith Bonner will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ballgame. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on.
Hey, let's roll a 2 right here. Roll a 2.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
Here it comes.
He's going, he's going, he's going!
Runners off for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw.
1-1.
It skips in and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there.
And here in the middle part of this ball game, he's wanting to give his guys the lead. So he picks a good pitch to run on, and he's into second now as the possible go-ahead run.
Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Around third and being waved on home. And the run is in to score from second. It's a 3-2 ball game.
Well, if you haven't heard of this guy before, it's a name you may need to learn. That's his second hit of the game. This one goes for extra bases, and he may be starting to feel like he belongs here.
Now some movement in the Tribe bullpen as a right-hander starts to loosen up. Here's Brian Dozier now, as he'll go after a hard sinker that time and falls behind 0-1.
And in this spot, you got to pitch for the strikeout here. And this is a guy that's gone down twice so far, so you do have that in your favor.
And he falls behind 0-2.
Yeah, we got 1.
And another foul ball. 1 out and a runner on second base. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game.
Boy. And in the first 2 games of this series, he's already struck out a total of 4 times now. You get to where you just hate taking that walk back to the dugout. I'll tell you, it's a very frustrating feeling.
Yeah, we got 2 down.
Here's Steve Pearce now. As
Come on,
the first
fellas,
pitch
let's
to him
go.
is in there for a called strike 1. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Hit hard towards center, and that's in there. Base hit. They're going to try to wave that runner around third. Throws there, and he is out on a beautiful throw as he just came up firing that time.
Posed.
Twins forced to settle for 1. To the bottom of the 6th inning. It's the Twins 3 and the Indians 2. Trevor Plouffe will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ball game.
Just a little off on his earlier swings, guys. You've got to keep that top hand palm up through contact to keep him rolling over.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Pitch to the plate is a sinker for a called strike 1.
Here we go, guys.
Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. 1-1. Here it comes. 1-2 now as that's in there at the knees. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Ready on 1-2.
Nope.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Yeah, it's a good battle to start this inning. That's what you like to see when you've got a guy out there that's getting up there in the pitch count.
He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. He's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame.
Getting that first out is always critical in a one-run ball game. And they could certainly use a quick 7th inning here.
Eddie Rosario will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here.
Hey, 1 out here. We got one.
That was really one of the key at-bats of the ballgame to this point. First pitch on its way. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Oh, he gets a glove on it, knocks it down, and they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
Yeah, and about the only drawback you have to having so many strikeouts is that it really runs that pitch count up. And you can see on the graphic right here that that total's starting to get up there now, so he may be getting just a little bit tired.
Ronnie Broadway stands in, was locked up on
right now,
strike
fellas,
3
right
in
now.
his last trip.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
Nope. 1 out now, 1 out.
Changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. And he's got to be careful now that some of these borderline calls don't get him started going downhill.
Yeah, and sometimes it's really easy to dwell on those, but you have to keep looking forward. It's not easy, but you've got to do it if you want to have success.
Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0. You'd have to think a walk here would hasten his exit from the ball game.
Yeah, he can't let that happen. In a close game like this, you gotta make him put it in play.
Swing and a line drive. Foul. To 2-2 now.
Hard to call that an off-speed pitch when it's a changeup at 88. That's a fastball for a lot of guys in this league.
Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Ground ball sent
There you
back
go,
up the
turn
middle.
two.
Dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield.
Cut it, cut it. Hold on to it.
Yeah, he got a little revenge there. He struck out twice before that, and now he gets him back with a solid base hit.
Now here comes the Cleveland skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. So he'll wind up going 6 1/3, and he's kept his club in it to this point, though he cannot win the ball game. Trevor Gott will come on and pitch here with 1 gone in the top of the 7th.
Number 26, Trevor Gott.
The big bat tonight for the Indians belonged to this man, Michael Brantley. Strike oppose, he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I think in the end, this really could have been anybody's award. But what the heck? Let's go ahead and give it to this guy. He's as deserving as anybody.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Indians win this one 4-3. Good night from Cleveland.
No errors. They left 10 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 4 minutes. A reminder that the Regional Transit Authority provides convenient, affordable service to and from Progressive Field. The Rapid Transit provides direct service to Tower City.